Hi, I'm Sabil. Now I will describe the job including the tasks that the job holder must perform. The customer service manager is a person who is responsible for ensuring customer satisfaction at all times, take ownership of the customer issue and follow the problem until a solution is found. The most important is set a clear mission and use strategies to achieve that mission. Customer service manager is also responsible for overseeing the day-to-day operations of the customer service department. Their duties include communicating customer service objective to customer service representative and other department staff, compiling data to evaluate their department's progress, and coordinating with top management to find ways to improve their customer service objective among their employees. Okay, now I will talk about the two of the big five model of personality traits. Firstly is the emotional stability. Emotional stability will impact the customer service manager from various aspects because it guarantees the quality of work. If the customer service manager do not have this emotional stability, it will have a detrimental effect on themselves and their department. For example, they will act aggressively by scolding the employees. Emotional stability is really important for customer service manager because it enables them to develop an integrated and balanced way of solving the problems during working. Secondly is extroversion. That is mean be sociable, assertive, bold, talkative and dominant. One of the importance of being extroversion is to make it easy to get along the customers as well as employees. Then the importance of being extroversion is can reprimand their employees if any of them do mistakes. For example, they have raised their voice to customers. It is an offense that should not be committed. If they do not have these personality traits, it will have a rather bad effect on their department. Okay, next I will discuss about the three of the organizationally relevant personality traits. Firstly is extroverted. Extroverted will affect a customer service manager in terms of relationships among employees. For example, the manager must always maintain a good relationship with the employees by always saying hello and so on. If this not happen, the relationship between the customer service manager and the employees is definitely not good. After that, extroverted is very important to a customer service manager because it will make the employees happy while working. That is why extroverted is really important for a manager. Second is thinking. Thinking will affect the performance of the customer service manager in terms of making a decision. For example, they need to think correctly before make any decision. Otherwise, this will cause the department's performance decrease due to the decisions made incorrectly. In addition, thinking is also very important for them because the idea that comes out from their mind is what will determine the direction of the department. For example, if the idea is good, then the department will succeed. Third is judging. Judging will affect the performance of the customer service manager in terms of neatness and work order. For example, they will make sure all work-related matters are always in good condition. Next, judging is very important for a manager because it will make the manager always stick to the plan. This is very important in order to maintain the good work performance. Now, I will discuss two relevant work values and the job holder possesses and two Hofstede value dimensions. For the two relevant work values, firstly is self-control. Self-control is an important value that need to develop. Customer service manager who lack self-control often give in impulsive behaviors and emotion as well. For example, if the customer service manager do not have self-control, they will easily scold their employees for no reasonable reason. Second is happiness. Happiness which is creating a welcoming environment that makes employees want to come to work. For example, the customer service manager can get involved with mental health service if feel that stress levels are become unhealthy. Showing to employees that you are willing to practice self-care will encourage them to work happily. This is the reason why value of happiness is often listed as one of the traits of the caring manager. Next is two Hofstede value. Firstly is masculinity. Masculinity consists of both structures that reinforce the superiority of man over woman and a series of practices associated with masculine behavior performed by men or women that help men maintain their superior position over women. For example, if your workplace has a culture where your co-workers don't take accountability, show no weakness, and allow internal competition, then you may work in an environment with culture of masculinity competition. Second is uncertainty avoidance. It is the extent to which an organization relies on rules and procedures to reduce the uncertainty of future events. The customer service manager in a culture by uncertainty avoidance try to minimize the unusual situation and pursue careful step-by-step change by planning and by implementing the rules and regulation. If they do not have this value uncertainty avoidance, this will adversely affect the department. Okay, by using attribution theory, now I will explain how perception affects the decision-making process of the job holder in the organization. Attribution theory is a theory that assumes that people try to understand the behavior of others by associating feelings, belief, and intentions to them. For internally caused behavior, people conclude that an event or a person's behavior is due to personal factors such as traits, abilities, or feelings. For example, the employees suddenly scold a customer at the counter for no reasonable reason, so the customer service manager will assume that the employees may have a personal problem that is causing the emotion to be disturbed. Therefore, the manager will not blame his or her employees and will advise them kindly. For external caused behaviors, people infer that a person's behavior is due to situational factors. For example, the employees come late to workplace. It may be due to traffic jams. Therefore, the customer service manager will not scold his or her employees. Hence, will advise them kindly to come to workplace early to avoid getting stuck in traffic jams. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Tuan Amira Safiyyah. Today I'll present about personality, values and perception as waiter. And I will start with the job description of waiter. Main duty as waiter is delivering all food items to table in the correct order and to the appropriate customer. Waiter also greet and welcome customer as they enter the restaurant and encourage guests existing return soon. Other than that, waiter have to stay attentive to the needs of guests in the dining area, and most important is following health code standards with regard to handling the food. Next, I will talk about two of Big 5 model most impact on waiters' feelings, thoughts, attitude and behavior. Firstly is emotional stability as work under pressure. As a waiter, it's hard to deal with different attitude of customer. Even customer madly shouts and complain about dissatisfaction, waiters still have to control emotion and avoid arguing with them, which can cause bad situation. Being calm while handling such situation show a professional worker being. Secondly is conscientiousness, which means by responsible and dependable. Conscientiousness implies a desire to do a task well and take obligation to others seriously. A waiter carry a big responsibility which needs to serve the exact food and have knowledge about what is on the menu. A waiter also have been product training to carry trays and more. In aspect of dependability, customer relies on waiter to serve with good service and put trustworthiness toward waiter. But if a situation wrong order occur, be prepared to any action by customer. Besides that, I will talk about 3 of organizationally persistent traits that will affect performance as waiter. First is extroverted, affect performance on this job because they are likely to be working around customer, which must always communicate easily and be friendly but professional. It also about being comfortable and getting used to the environment and being confident in social settings. Second is judging. It seems to prefer a planned and orderly way of work, like to have things settled and organized. If work does not get done on the spot, they might rush doing something. This trait is important as waiter because all the works are task-oriented and focus on goal every day. Third is feeling. Waiter plays role in feelings by communication, orientation, and looking forward is important and expressing concerns for others. As a waiter, they are often frustrated by the impersonal and adversarial parts of life. Waiter tend to help customers solve if any problem occurs. Other than that, I'm going to explain 2 words value. Firstly is patient. Patient is the ability to endure difficult circumstances and most essential value in self. It may show how we handle job with customer. Even if work hurts, made a mistake, customer will make at waiter first because waiter is one who serve the order. Secondly is manners. Waiter must be respectful, disciplined and always smart. Just remember one thing, that customer is always right. Then 2 Hofstede value dimension being practiced in organization as waiter is masculinity, which emphasizes its ambition, control and achievement. Job as waiter is tough and lead to mental health likely exhausted. Secondly, power distance. Power distance lead to no communication with the higher ups, and waiter may not be able to learn from mistake. Lastly is shortcut judging others' perception affect decision-making process. In selective perception, like an employer tend to be more friendly toward worker A because they have the same background and ignore worker B. Next is halo effect. Sharply dressed co-worker might be judged to be more competent than co-worker that wearing a t-shirt. An employer assumes he will be alright with everything that co-worker does. Next is contrast effect, making comparison between two co-workers whose rank higher or lower, which lead to inaccuracy. To choose the best one directly affect company's performance. Next is stereotyping, usually occurs when different sex, races or religion. For example, in an organization can be seen white people companies will not hire black people in case of racism towards them. In fact, all people are same with different skin tone. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Jazlyn Nadiera binti Che Johari, keeping the hotel in the best possible condition in terms of cleanliness and maintaining a highly attractive ambience. Housekeeping provides a clean, comfortable atmosphere for hotel visitors by performing specific work in guest room and hotel area. Housekeeping ensures that what guests see and experience result in a pleasant image of the property by cleaning and organizing public places. Housekeeping in a hotel is a basic nation, but maintaining a residence with several hundred rooms and several public areas is a monumental undertaking. To cope with the volume of labor, the housekeeping needs a well-organized approach and technical undertaking. Housekeeping in a hotel is responsible for making a room pleasant to guests while also ensuring the basic human needs of comfort and security. As a result, the housekeeping did his best to present an attractive room which has a direct relationship with the hotel visitor expense. There is a lot of tasks that housekeeping must perform. The housekeeping department's major responsibility is to clean the hotel's guest room, although housekeepers are most commonly connected with cleaning and sterilizing guest rooms. They are also in charge of public facilities, conference space and office. Laundry activity, which include washing linen and personal uniform, are frequently managed by housekeeping departments. Housekeeping is also in charge of maintaining the cleanliness and upkeep of the facility and communal area. Floors should be vacuumed, swept and mopped. After that, clean and restore the restroom. Space should be cleaned up with the proper equipment. Notify manager of any repair that are required, garbage collection and disposable. Other than that, offer assistance to visitors as needed. Maintain a well-stocked linen room to provide and maintain floor decoration in hotels, as well as to manage the landscape areas. Big 5 model of personality traits. Firstly is emotional stability, handle stress and calm, work under pressure. Secondly, conscientiousness, responsible and dependent. For emotional stability, be patient with customer leaving the room in an overly dirty state. Some customer make a reception in the hotel room. It will slow down the cleaning work if the room is left in a very dirty condition. Choosing to respond to situations or events with stable emotion. If customers act angry and rude when the book room is not according to their wishes. Control stress by doing work in a calm state. This is because employees must be given the honor to do the work and trusted to them because they choose to do the work. For conscientiousness, responsible for assigned tasks, perform a thorough cleaning that will provide comfort to the customer. Customer will be satisfied and will go to the hotel again in the future. Responsible if any customer item are left in the hotel. The item is likely to be important to the customer. So if there are customer item in the hotel, make sure to inform customer service. Be a trustworthy person, not to steal customer goods. Don't take things that are not our right. Make sure you do the work with the nature of pure value to be a good worker. Organizationally relevant personality traits. Extroverted. must regularly communicate with clients, co-workers and supervisor to ensure that the expectation for each cleaning are truly understood. Without good communication skills, a housekeeper may not meet the needs of the client or overlook important components required to complete a particular job. Intuitive. Someone who is intuitive is needed. Very creative is ideal for housekeeping work as it is necessary to manage the landscaping area. Feeling. Concern about the feeling of others by doing cleaning according to the customer's wishes. Relevant work value that the job holder possesses based his position and work hard. Patient. Housekeeping need to be patient with various customer complaints in keeping the hotel clean. Very dirty hotel room conditions are often left by customers, so housekeeping has to be patient and do the work carefully. Honesty. Honesty is the best policy and is very essential attribute for housekeeping staff as they have access to all guest bedrooms. Sometimes guest belongings, if they are available or unavailable, are often found lying around the room, which may arouse temptation. Hence, only honest personnel can defy the temptation. State value dimensions. Uncertainty avoidance. Housekeeping need to have high uncertainty avoidance because tend to depend extensively on systematic rules and regulation, so the work is done more orderly and avoid the occurrence of unwanted things. Time orientation. Housekeeping needs to work hard in the short term for future success. This because customer will be satisfied and will go to the hotel in the future. Short-term pain is accepted in return for long-term gain. Shortcut in judging others. Selective reception. The manager assigned an important task to employee A because employee A has a good attitude in doing the job. Halo effect. The characteristics of employee B are very friendly, so employee B is asked to entertain guest inquiries. Contrast effect. Employee A treats upper class customers better than lower class customers. Stereotyping. Employee A make a very true cleaning on the room of a client who is the family of the CEO. That's all. Thank you.